Hey everybody, I am back today with the promised bone marrow transplant update. This is really casual, just like all my other videos, just sitting on my couch in my living room with t-shirt on. I'm just got a lot of stuff to do today, but I wanted to go ahead and get this out of the way. So, I'm not going to beat around the bush, I'm just going to get started. I am now, as of January the 6th, I believe it's the 6th, it's the 5th or the 6th. I am now 6 months post-transplant. Woo! For those of you who don't know, excuse me, I had a bone marrow transplant July the 5th or 6th, I can't remember exactly now, of last year, 2014, using a donor. I also had one July the 26th, I think, of 2013 using my own cells. That worked, but the leukemia came back. I have acute promyelocytic leukemia, or APL, for those of you who don't know. And I'm not sure if I've ever said that before, but I have APL. I had APL. So, I'm 6 months post-transplant now. This is the first time I've made it 6 months. Any time since being diagnosed. I was diagnosed November 2011. So it's like the best feeling ever. So I have my official 6 month post-transplant appointment on this coming week. So I haven't had it yet, but I have been in the office the past 2 weeks for a problem, and I'll get to that in a minute. So I do know what's going on and all that kind of stuff. So I have my list here so that I don't forget what to tell you guys, because I still have chemo brain and I will tell you. Okay, so first of all, I had come off around the 3-month mark, around November. I had been able to come off the Rapamune, which is the anti-rejection medicine, and I was doing really well. So I came off of that, and they, which is good. You know, you don't want to be on that medicine any longer than you have to do because of the possible side effects, things like that. So I came off of it, and I am now on a intermittent, I believe that's the word, round of a chemo pill. It is the generic version of Atra. It's called Vesinoid or Tretinoin. They're really all three the same thing. So, sorry, I thought it was about to cut off on me. So, I'm doing that. I take the pill for 15 days every other month. I just started back the 20th. And so far, so good. The last time I took it was around Thanksgiving, and I had a lot of skin side effects, but I'm having a lot of skin issues now, so I would not really know if it was due to what I'm going through now or if it was because of the side effect from the chemo. Again, I'm fixing to get to that in a minute. So that's the medicine that I'm on. We are not at this time going to do other rounds of the IV chemo of arsenic trioxide, which was an option. We're not going to do that because of what I'm about to tell you. You'll understand in a minute. But yeah, that's the medicine I'm on, along with a lot of vitamins and antibiotics. I'm on a steady round of antibiotic, fluconazole and acyclovir, fish oil, B complex, multivitamin, that kind of thing. So yeah, and so I'm 6 months post-transplant. The counts are good. Yesterday, I need to stop saying I think. Yesterday, we checked my platelets, and my platelets are 305,000. That's that of a healthy person. My platelets have been 0 before. I am so thankful that they are what they are, because, I mean, it's just a lot of concern when your counts are low, that's all. And my white blood cells every count is fine. The only thing that was elevated a little bit was my liver enzymes, which is probably due to some of the stuff, the time frame, and some of the medicines. It's not at a concerning level. It is just elevated a little. My port is still good. I have a port placed right here. You can see my scar is right there. The port is now right here. It moves around. When I lost weight, it's kind of come up back to the surface, but it was pretty deep. It does not hurt. I've had it. March will be 3 years that I've had it. It's always worked great. We've had to unstop it a couple times, but I was really kind of concerned yesterday because I forgot to have it flushed. You're supposed to have it flushed every 4 to 6 weeks. I forgot to have it flushed since October. So I was kind of thinking that maybe it wasn't going to work, but it worked. I had them access it yesterday when we did labs. It worked beautifully. I was very, very happy about that. So I'm not going to get it out until it becomes an issue, because it's just it's a surgery that I don't want to go through. It's not a bad surgery. It's very simple, but who wants to get cut if they don't have to get cut, right? So that works great. My weight is steady. I don't mind telling my weight because I used to be way bigger than this, so it's kind of like a victory thing for me to be able to say this, but my weight is, there I go with the ums again, I need to stop. My weight was 146.8 yesterday. That's down 0.2 pounds from the week before. I was sure that it was going to go up because I had to be put on steroids, a steroid cream, 2 steroid creams actually, and 2 steroid creams and the prednisone pill. And I tell y'all what, I've been eating like 3 grown men. Like, it is 10 o'clock. I've had an egg and a whole, a fried egg, some celery and hummus, and I'm still starving. I'm about to go have some pasta because I'm that hungry. I cannot fill up. I try my best. I just can't. But I'm not gaining weight, so that's good. So, yeah. I am 146.8. My highest was about 220, so I'm great. To go along with that, I'm about to start exercising a little bit heavier. I need to tone up seriously, and I'm going to start walking more. I get around pretty good. My hip and back issues are not really issues anymore. They will always be there, but they're not giving me any fits right now, so walking is fine. So I'm going to try to start walking about 2 miles a day. I can definitely do that. There we go again. I'm a mom. Okay. I'm just going through here. Okay, so this is what I've been going through. I have officially been diagnosed with GVHD, which is graft versus host. I told myself I was not going to get choked up. And it's not that I'm dying. I'm not going to die from it. I mean, you can, I guess, but I'm okay. I'm in a safe zone. I'm in the healthy zone of it where they want you to have a little bit of it because they know that your body's immune system is working. So I have graft versus host disease. I'm not even going to try to explain it because I make it sound like the most horrible thing ever on the face of the earth, and I scare everybody silly. So I'm not going to explain it. You just look it up. But right now, you can't really tell, but on my arms, I might have shared this in a couple of videos, but I'm broke out in a rash. It's worse on my torso, like my trunk area, core area, my back, and my legs. So we went last week where I was diagnosed with it. Then we went for a checkup yesterday, and it's a little better. Last week they prescribed me prednisone and the steroid creams. Those are helping, not enough. So I have had to go back on the anti-rejection medicine. I don't like it, but hopefully I don't have to stay on it for long. We need to make sure that it stays under control. So whatever I have to do, I'm going to do. So we did that, and I go back next week for another checkup. I'll probably be going weekly, which is kind of hard because the hospital is about 2 to 2.5 hours away. One doctor's there one day of the week, my oncologist, hematologist, and then the bone marrow doctor is there another day of the week. They wanted me to come 2 days a week, and I'm like, y'all are a really big hospital. I mean, like the biggest in this area, and y'all can get with the technology and video the appointment for the other one to see or something. Figure something out. I cannot come twice a week. I just can't. But she understood. She totally understood. Excuse me. So, yeah. So that's what we're doing. They changed my medicine. They added some vitamins. I think I already went over this. Added some vitamins. Changed up some things. Took away some things. And so that's about it. That's probably the best update. I can't think of anything else. The only other two things that I want to talk about is I believe I'm allowed to send my donor a letter. All I know about my donor is that she's female, 27 years old, from the U.S. I believe I know she's from the U.S. I want to send her a letter. I always have. See, here I go doing the cry thing again. But I have no idea what to say. I have tried so hard in my head to just think of what I would say to her. But, like, how do you tell somebody, thank you for that? Man, I'm such an emotional basket case. Like, how do you tell somebody thank you for saving my life? And you know, it's not like, I really appreciate our medical personnel and stuff, but it's not like she resuscitated me. It's not like she gave me a medicine to help me. Like, she had to go through a painful process to help me. And she doesn't even know if it worked. You know, I can't request to meet her till a year because some patients don't make it to a year. A lot of patients don't make it to a year. So, you know, like, how do you say thank you? If you have anything that, if you were a donor, if you had donated your bone marrow to somebody, what would you want to hear from them? Like, what is something that would mean a lot to you? Because I only think from one point of view. Like, you can clearly see I am so emotional about it. So if you were the donor, what would you want to hear? What are some things that you would like to say? And on that note, please go to beamatch.org and register to be a bone marrow donor. You never know who you could help. You could help a child. You could save a child. You could save, like me, a mom. Babies. My girls were 1 and 3 when I got sick. My baby was like 16 months old. She had just stopped nursing. It's totally free. They send you the package in the mail. You swab your mouth. You put it in the thing and you send it back, and then you get a letter saying you're registered. Please help somebody out. So that's enough of the sadness and tears. I just thought of one more thing. This is my hair. 6 months post-transplant. It's like crazy. It's kind of, I don't really know what color to even say it is. But yeah, this is my hair. I got the little fluff balls on the sides stick out. Can you see against the white? Yeah. It's crazy. I still wear my wig a lot, but I'm starting to, I try to train it too, and it doesn't work hardly at all. But there's that. That is my transplant update, a whole 14 minutes in. Yeah, I'm doing good overall. I'd say my grade is an A because it could be totally worse. But keep me in your prayers. Thank you, too, for all the thoughts and prayers that have already been sent out for me. I appreciate them more than y'all will ever know. I'm not going to cry again. Look at me. Goodness gracious. Y'all are going to think I'm crazy or something. I'm really not. Anyways, that's it. Remember, go to beamatch.org. Register to be a bone marrow donor. Do your part.